Okay, audio, everything's all peg and red. Check. YouTube storyboard. Check. Lighting. Check. All right. Donnie Says Something podcast begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sometime in my lifetime. There we go.
Donnie here, and welcome to the Donnie Say Something podcast.
All right. Okay, welcome to another Donnie Say Something podcast. My name's Donnie. I am your host. And it's been a while since we've done one of these. It was about a month or so ago, and when I take a long way off from the podcast, things happen. And sometimes weird. This one came out of the blue. We didn't expect this. But last month, last month, this happened.
The fourth pick in the NBA draft goes to the Charlotte Hornets. Picking third will be the Philadelphia 76ers. The second pick will be made by the San Antonio Spurs, and that means that the number one pick in the 2025 NBA draft goes to the Dallas Mavericks.
Rolando Blackman, all smiles, four-time All-Star, celebrating. The Dallas Mavericks had a 1.8% chance to win the number one pick overall in next month's draft.
Well, they say the Dallas Mavericks could never win a lottery, never get the number one pick. They've been to the lottery 17 times, and finally they hit big. Ping pong balls bounce our way. The Dallas Mavericks have the number one pick in this year's NBA draft, which means to get the inside track on getting that rookie freshman phenom from Duke, Cooper Flag. So, the Mavericks got the NBA lottery pick, and already conspiracies. Folks saying that it's rigged. I do have my I would say doubts, but I do have some things kicking around, which I'll share with you in a little bit. But note that the San Antonio Spurs were number 2 after getting last year's number 1 lottery pick. Who knew that the Spurs would be in the mix right behind the Mavericks, and who knew the Mavericks would get the lottery win? But I like I mentioned, I have a few. I don't have the music queued up. I'm just going to play it right through it. I do have a few theories, conspiracy theories on the NBA lottery. And it's time to. Maybe I could pull that real quick. Hang on a second. That didn't work. Okay, let's
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
get the commercial out of the way.
What you need.
Get the commercial. Forget about the commercial. There we go. It's time for the Donnie Sport D-Files. Note the music. Yes, like I mentioned, the NBA lottery, which the Dallas Mavericks won for the first time in 17 tries going in. It's kind of rigged. It has some controversy, has some conspiracies, which kept the Mavericks from getting the #1 pick many moons ago. Don't this music kind of haunt you a little bit? Okay. I have some theories. I'm gonna go ahead and play right through here. I have a few theories about this NBA lottery pick came about for the Mavericks. Here's my #1 theory. There was a silver ping pong ball that kicked around in the hopper and bounced a little differently than all the other ping pong balls in the hopper. And that ping pong ball, the silver one, which had the Dallas Mavericks emblem on it, bounced all the way up to the top. Therefore, thus the Mavericks getting the #1 pick. There was also 2, 3, or 4 balls in the NBA draft lottery grassy knoll. They're all left down there somewhere. You could say it was 2 balls, 3 balls, possibly 4. But 1 or 2 of those balls bounced up, favoring the Mavericks. You could say what you want, whatever conspiracies you have, whatever theories you got. All we know for sure, if you turn the music up, all we know for sure that the Dallas Mavericks have the #1 pick in this year's upcoming NBA draft, which will be June 25th, right after the NBA Finals end. And already here's another controversy here. Many NBA experts would like to see the Mavericks trade the #1 pick. You don't believe me? Well, let's pull this up and tell you and tell you the reactions of everyone thinking they should trade
Some
this.
people just know they can
And
save
we
hundreds on car insurance by
hate
checking
the
all
commercials
first.
when YouTube pops up.
Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first before going through the car wash. So check all state first and save when you click.
Cooper Flag for him, I absolutely think they should.
Well, I don't think it could just be Cooper Flag. I think it has to be Cooper Flag, other players, and some other assets. But
Well, I don't know about that because I don't know what Milwaukee is going to be willing to be able to get. If you're Milwaukee and you come out of this with the most exciting player in the draft, a guy that everyone is so thrilled about, that might be a pretty big win if you have to trade away on.
And I think you need draft assets too, because Milwaukee's strapped. Okay, they need to be set up for the future as well. And I think that Cooper Flag can be that, but they need some other assets.
And for Dallas, you can't just take the Giannis contract. Like Milwaukee's got to take something back contractually just so it all fits. Keep that in mind too. You've got big money on that roster with Kyrie, obviously, and Anthony Davis. So that's the money part of it's got to be figured out also. But this is the part to me that you have to watch, because 3 years is deceiving. You see right there, it says player option. So really in 2 years, he has the opportunity to walk if he doesn't like whoever's taking him. Whoever's trading for him, especially you giving up an asset of that level, yeah, I need to know you're going to sign an extension.
Right,
You're gonna be here long term.
exactly.
And what if he doesn't want that? What if there's he can still have a little bit of say in where he winds up, and that's a big part of this equation that we're not considering.
Giannis, the great Pat Riley told me this: if you have a chance to get a whale, you go get a whale. And that's the Shaquille O'Neals, that's the Giannis. Those are the great players. Those are the legendary guys that can change your franchise.
White well.
I just wonder how the chemistry works with him and AD. Giannis is a downhill guy. You need to put spacing and shooters around him. This is when he's been at his best version in Milwaukee, when they had the Pat Connaughton, when they had the other guys shooting around him. So how would that chemistry work? But figure that out later. Don't get me with it. Figure that out later.
You don't even want to worry about it.
Giannis and AD in the pick and roll. Allow him to turn that corner. With spacers like, Kyrie Irving. I mean, look, I think that's a great problem to have. Yeah, that's what I say. You figure that out later, you gotta get the will. That's what I mean. I think you're saying it exactly right. Don't even, the first, job one, get Giannis. Job two, figure it out from there. Agree. You got Giannis. There's like 5 players in the whole world that you would say that about. By the way, they traded one of them away. We live to talk about all the things Luka doesn't do. Luka's still been first-team All-NBA every year of his life and is going to continue to be when he doesn't have the calf this year and if he gets even remotely serious about his training and all that sort of thing. But Giannis, you don't have any of those problems. He's a ridiculously good leader. He's a ridiculous team guy. He was ridiculously good in the community. For whatever else it is, he's funny on all his videos. I mean, he's one of the most lovable players in the entire NBA. If you can get Giannis.
Okay. Already, they're creating buzz about the Mavericks trading the number 1 pick. This time they want to trade it to Milwaukee to get Giannis, which is, Giannis is a good player. I like Giannis. Pretty good. Don't sneak an ideal into Trader Nico Harrison's head, because he just might do it. He just, after all, he traded away Luka, and now we have opportunity to at least make up for that by drafting Cooper Flag. But what if Trader Nico wants to trade it away? You might want to hate me for this, but I have an idea. So, Trader Nico, you want to trade the first round pick away? All right. Don't deal with Milwaukee. Deal with Golden State. Now, the one flaw in that trade with Luka, you didn't get equal value for what you traded away. You got like an all-star player that's broken down, a spare, and a 2029 first round draft pick away. I have an ideal. So, if you're listening, Trader Nico, here is what I propose. I came with this myself. Ready? Trade with Golden State. This is what you do. Now, this is how you do a trade. Equal value for equal money. Ready? I'm going to shock the NBA world with this. You trade to Golden State the first round pick, which will be Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively III, and the 2027 first round pick to Golden State. In turn, we get back Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Buddy Hield, who's an Oklahoma grad, Guy Santos, who's a tall guy, really used, but what I saw, he's pretty good. Their first round pick this year and first pick next year. All right. For those who missed that, I'll run that by you again. There's a lot of players involved with this. Trade the rights to draft Cooper Flag, Derek Lively II, Daniel Gafford, Anthony Davis, and a 2027 first round pick to Golden State. We get back Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Buddy Hield, Guy Santos, this year's pick, first round pick, and next year's pick. So there you have it. My blockbuster deal, and you keep the Dallas Mavericks in the conversation for an NBA title. You see, Trader Nico, this is what I did. I traded equal value for equal money. That is how you do a trade. And that is why I parked the car. Now I'm back. So Trader Nico, I just proposed you a blockbuster trade if you want to trade away that first round pick. And like I mentioned, you trade equal value for equal money. Everybody gets upside for this. For Golden State, they get the future and also possibilities to add to their NBA championship resume. For us, since you love broken down NBA players, but this is pretty good. You keep the Mavericks in the 3-year NBA championship window. Now, Anthony Davis, he tends to get injured a lot. Draymond Green gets suspended a lot, but he's still healthy. You can play a whole year with Draymond Green, and you don't have to worry about him getting injured. Just worry about him getting suspended a lot for doing bad things. So there you have it. My blockbuster trade to get the Mavericks back in the championship contention. Would you buy season tickets to see the team that I created? And for Nico, would you play for now to win the championship in the next 3 years, or play with the future, drafting Cooper Flag, and hopefully you win a championship down the road, I say within the next 6 years? Play for now, play for later. The choice is yours. Okay. Alright. Now we took care of that. Let's talk NBA Finals. And there's a North Texas connection to the NBA Finals all the way around. First, Kason Wallace, Richardson High School grad. He's going after the NBA championship and a ring. We hope that he gets that. Also, Indiana. Remember Rick Carlisle? In 2011, he coached the Mavericks to an NBA title. Now he's doing the same with the Indiana Pacers. We wish both well in that pursuit with the NBA Finals. And, I keep complaining. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, I gotta give congratulations to Don Nelson, former Dallas Maverick head coach. He won the Chuck Daly Lifetime Achievement Award. And he chimed in on the Luka trade. He said, like everybody else, it was a bad move. And it took a former head coach to mention that. So, congratulations to Don Nelson. And Don Nelson's a real cool guy. So congratulations to him. And, I keep complaining about the lack of championships that we haven't come up with. I mean, Dallas Cowboys, well, enough about them. Dallas Stars, they went forward and lost, and they fired their head coach. So Coach DeBoer, he's out. Texas Rangers, they're going down in the tank quick. And the Dallas Mavericks, as you know, they're trying to figure it out, hoping to get back into the tournament. However, there is one person who went into the tournament and brought back a title to North Texas. And here is that moment, right now. I apologize if commercials pop up in this. I hate it when it buffers up. And by the way, while we're waiting for that, happy birthday to a couple of folks on the SMU Hilltop. Happy birthday to Coach Infield, the basketball head coach, the men's basketball head coach. And happy birthday to Coach Lachey, the football head coach. He's getting ready for another role in the.
I believe
Whoops,
one of the most
that
important
shot me.
things in the lives
He's
of
getting ready for
Americans
another season in the
is freedom.
ACC, and that season's coming up real quick. And boy, my. Let's take it back to the beginning.
A certain pacing would help to follow.
Yeah.
Okay. Your word is
I apologize, this podcast is not going as smooth as I thought.
ECLAIRCISSEMENT. That is correct.
Faison Zaki from Cullen County's Front Range. Allen, Texas, goes to school at CM Rice Middle School. He brings home a title, the National Scripps Spelling Bee title, the 100th go-round of this. And here's another side note. This is the 5th time a contestant wins the title after coming in second place the previous season, the previous year. So congratulations to Faison from Allen, Texas. And the word he won it on is eclaircissement. Can't really pronounce the word. I don't even think I could spell it, but this guy did. So, congratulations there to Faison Zaki. Hats off to you. If he goes forward again, we'll be right behind him. And do I have anything else on this? Nope, I don't. I guess that's it. Well, that'll do for the Donnie Say Something podcast for this time around. Next time we're gonna talk about Dallas Cowboy football and give you a little hint. By the way, I'm going to predict the first 9 games before the Cowboys take the bye week break, and give you a little hint. This season's not going to be good. The season's rough. The season's tough. Sure, the draft picks are in. And I just got a feeling this season's not going to be tough. The whole, let's just say, everyone in the NFC East has improved. What can Coach Schottenheimer do to bring them up? And by the way, ESPN's got them down for 31% chance of making the playoffs. That's right. They're worse. But we'll explore that and more next time, alright? Anyway, thank you for watching the Donnie Say Something podcast here on the Donnie Sports 17 Network, a production of DS17 Media. Above my head, that is the hashtag to follow. Facebook.com/Donnie Sports 17 Network. YouTube.com/Donnie Sports 17 Network. And as I get the music loaded up and ready to go, please be there. Please be at. No. Oh, I just saw it.
Let the drum beat strains.
I think that'll work. Until next time, take care, everyone.